Hey guys, and welcome back to the Seven Sense Paranormal Podcast. I'm your host, Laurel Cooper. So really quickly, we're going to go ahead and, for today, not do anything with their rules. Some things are going on with Amazon and Kindle, and we're having some troubles. So we're just going to put it on pause for right now. So, today is going to be a weird video, and it's fine. It's fine. It's going to be a little different than normal. I am going to change the backdrop a couple of times to kind of give you guys more variety. And we're just going to have some fun talking about some of my paranormal experiences, what's been going on in my neighborhood recently, and kind of giving you guys a little preemptive to some footage that I got. I don't have just yet because of weather and being busy and everything, but footage that Rachel has of unidentified flying objects. So today is not about their rules. Today is just about the unknown and the paranormal and aliens. Something weird's going on outside my neighborhood. Like, we're going to dive into some weird stuff. Okay, so first off, let me get a little bit more comfy. Okay, so first things first. All right. Recently, first off, the house itself is very still poppy-offish, okay? The difference is because we have a house guest. Remember when I said to you guys how they do respect boundaries on not affecting him? Because he's here, the rule is you do not fuck around. You know what I mean? So they are respecting that boundary, but something weird happened. So I will talk about that. And you might hear the heater go off and on. Sorry, the vent for it's right here. So just where the like, subscribe, comment, notification bells are, you know. Anyways, so the other night, I'm in the bathroom. Okay. I'm in the bathroom and I am, washing my hands and stuff like that. And I hear, Dad, can you move the dresser back? I don't know why it's moved. What? I'm now listening very intently because I don't want to say anything, right? Right? Because they don't know. He wasn't putting that together, and my son obviously wasn't. But in my head, I'm like, I moved that dresser myself in one specific location. I have been literally here this entire time. I have not left this house. That door's mostly been open, so we've been actually able to, because he's been more interactive with us. It's actually been a really great visit. I mean, my husband and I are getting cabin fever, so we're fighting once in a while, but it's been a really great visit. So his door's more open, he's more interactive. It's closed right now because I'm recording. And also being respectful of that, so just a little shook. But also, I moved that dresser. Okay? So, like, okay. It literally, I'm a little OCD, okay? Anybody that knows me, when I do certain things, sometimes things have to line up exactly right. Otherwise, I freak out. Like, it makes me feel weird. And so, like, this whole thing is bothering me behind me because the lights are not all symmetrical. But we're just going to keep going because I was trying to go for the illusion of what I used to do back in the day with the lights behind the curtain, and I miss my old setup. Sorry, I digress. So anyways, the closet door, there's a big, thick wooden, like, frame. It's now red. I painted it red. But there's like a red frame, and then there's that white wall, and then it goes to the wall. I like to have that dresser and that frame right next to each other, so that they're literally like this. It also gives, because that TV does not have an actual stand, it broke. So we're just kind of resting it on the dresser so that frame gives it extra support so that it doesn't move around. Then we put a game system or a laptop or, quick quake proof right in front of it so that it doesn't move. But it's always been in the exact same spot. Like every time he's here, it's always in the exact same spot. He even commented, I don't know why it's moved or who moved it. But the dresser's moved to the right and it's messing me up. It's harder for the TV to stand up straight, and it's harder for me to get in and out of my door. So can you move the TV back and the dresser back to where it was? We didn't move it. We didn't move it. It was legit. I looked. I saw it. That much. That much away from my door frame. That is never, no, that's not me. Unless for some reason, I mean, let me get more situated. Hold on, let me pause. Okay, it's a little better, but still very crowded in here. About midway through, I'm going to the Christmas tree and putting some fireplace thing in the background and be done with it. Anyways, this much. Like, wait. That much between the door frame and the dresser. So, I mean, we're looking at like this much space, and the TV is now leaning on the wall closer towards the light switch, not as before where it wouldn't even touch the light switch. And so I'm looking at it, my husband's looking at it, and we don't say anything at first. I don't, especially. And he's like, well, did you move it? When you're pulling the dresser out, did the TV start to move? Because even the TV was crooked. Like, it was, okay. So, you have the dresser, right? So here's the dresser like this. The TV was like this. And it's normally like this, but just leaning against that beam. And it was like this. No, I'm sorry. It was like this. And so this part was leaning against the light switch, when normally the light switch would be a good chunk away from the TV. So I look at it and I'm just like, I'm going to go in the other room. And I go in the other room. I even start to roll a cigarette. I'm like freaking out, like, oh my gosh. Okay. I get it. Like, I understand. Practically, or the practical joke, prankster, I get it. But that's a lot of work. And my stepson, he's 15, but he's not like muscular. You know what I mean? So I don't see him moving that at all. He asked for help to move it back because he couldn't even move it back. So I don't see him moving it. My husband literally doesn't, unless he needs to do something because someone's asked him to, won't just move shit on his own. And he knows where it needs to be because he knows about my OCD shit. And me, I put it there. I know where it was. I put it there. You know what I mean? Like, you'll even see in previous videos, like, if it's moved for a reason, because of a video, like I had to move it for some reason, then yeah. But in even this previous series, that dresser was flush against the dang thing. I know there's a curtain behind me, but it was flush right against it. That thing was leaning right against that beam. Nothing was touching the light socket. How it got moved, and then I understand that the boundary was you can't mess with the kid. And I even said it very loud and clear that you can't mess with my stepson. But I never said you couldn't move other stuff. So, I don't know. We don't know what happened. We have no idea what happened. All I know is that we went to bed. The dresser was flush against the door. Or the closet door frame. And when we woke up, he woke up first. And he just started playing video games. I don't know why he didn't first mention it, but he said it was like that when he woke up. No one went in that room when he was asleep. I mean, unless my other weird theory, which again, remember from way back when I talked about my closet and what I thought might be in my closet. You know what I mean? Like that attic door that goes to my attic that literally you could, it's like a whole nother level of a house. Like it's all floored. It's all, you could walk around. My husband's 6 foot tall and go walk around easily throughout the entire attic. This thing is huge. Like literally kind of jealous because we could use the space. But it's literally the entire width of our house. It's just one big, large ass square because our house this is one big, large ass square. But so anything could be in there. You know what I mean? And like we have some weird coal chute in our attic. Like there's ways if you were smart enough or could figure it out to get in here. You know what I mean? Like you've seen a lot of videos like on YouTube or on the news about how people didn't even know someone was living in their house until they caught them on security. You know what I mean? Which I'm afraid to go do. Real talk. Because what if? What if? You know what I mean? Like I'd rather be a little bit more in denial. Like you're not doing anything to me except for moving a dresser and a TV at that point if someone is living in my attic. So just don't do that. But you know what I mean? Like watching movies like The Boy where people are living in the walls and shit. Like stuff like that gets to me. You know what I mean? Like because stuff like that you can see on the news that really happens. Like I don't have any clips because to be honest, I wasn't prepared to make this video today. I was going to do and promote Their Rules again, and that got canceled. So I'm just talking about what's going on in my house. And see, I've also haven't really been fully honest about how many times I have played that trigger video since that day to like see what happens with my house. I've done it every single day. Like, I don't play it on the channel anymore, but I have played it quite often. My husband plays it. I play it. We play it off of my channel. We played it off the other channel. Um, it's not every single day because I haven't done it since he's been here. But since the night before he got here, that night I did it. I played it again. And actually, I think that morning my husband played it. So I think what's happening is that maybe they're trying to get our attention without scaring him, and maybe they just didn't assume he noticed. I don't know, but all I know is that all three of us were like, no one moved it. No, because he even realized and acknowledged that like it wasn't like that last night. Did you come in here and move it last night? No. Did it move when you were pulling the drawers out and you were getting your clothes out? No. Did Laurel move it? No. No! But this thing was moved like that much away from it. And the TV! Which also had a game system like not Cattywampus, but it was normally Cattywampusly like kind of on there. That wasn't out of place. But I mean, if this thing had been tilted a little bit more, it could have actually knocked that off the TV or off the thing. But like that alone freaked me out. And then last night I'm outside when I smoke because I don't smoke when he's here inside the house. When I'm home with just my husband and I do because my husband doesn't care. He'd rather me be warm and not go outside in the freezing cold. But when my stepson's here, it's, minor lungs, no. So I go outside. And I'm pointing this way because my window is right here to my outside. So, sorry, just habit. And so I'm outside yesterday, and yeah, there's a lot of, like, crazy stuff going on out there as far as just, like, crazy drivers and, like, moody neighbors. People are getting cabin fever. I get it. Like, we are too. But also some other weird things are happening. And I don't really understand what's going on. It could just be, like, the sounds changing because of the difference in like the path between a plowed path and a non-plowed path. You know what I mean? Like, okay, let me explain. So last night I'm outside, I'm smoking a cigarette. And I'm just kind of reflecting for a second because, yes, it's a great visit, but they get really hyped up when they're together. And so it's a little overwhelming for me sometimes. And so I just need to go outside and clear my head. So I'm out there and somebody walks by, and okay, let's get real. I know I smoke marijuana. I was not smoking marijuana at this point. I was just smoking a cigarette. My lungs were starting to hurt, so I was giving my lungs a break. And I was just outside smoking a cigarette and drinking water. So, wasn't on anything. Watched this guy walk by. He seemed completely normal, except for this part. I didn't see the whites of his eyes, the color of his iris, whatever you want to, whatever this thing is right here. I didn't see his pupils. I didn't even see his eyelids or like a lash. You know what I mean? Like, normally when you see somebody walk by, even if you don't see like really their eyes, like you can see like their lid or their eyelash, or you can register their fucking eyes. Okay? Imagine, why is there nothing in front of me I can use to block? Just imagine, like, okay, well, this is stupid. Okay. No. Ow, that really hurt a lot. Okay. Hey, fucking hey. Okay, one of these guys will work. Sorry, Mr. Crow. Alright, so imagine if, like, okay, walking by and it's all black right in here. You don't see eyelashes, an eyelid, an eyeball, a pupil of an eye, anything. You just see black. But it just goes to right here. And so I was like, oh, well, maybe there's like an eye patch on, or maybe there's like makeup, maybe he got into a fight, maybe it's like the shadowing. Not a big deal. And then he kind of like did one of these things where he walked by my house, stopped for like literally half a millisecond, was like, and then kind of kept going. The path right here is actually plowed. Like the neighbors next door, the guy is so cool. He always plows and does this stuff. And then right here isn't, because we suck. Let's be honest, we suck. And so it's not plowed right here. And then the neighbors next door this way, they just have a lot of kids, so they don't suck, but they're not plowed either. So this guy's the only one doing their job, I guess. So I'll plow today, just so that everybody doesn't come to me in the comments. But anyways, so you can hear crunch, 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 crunch. Then you hear crunch, crunch when you're coming, because I'm outside kind of like this, trying to avoid major eye contact, because what I saw was dude with a hoodie, with a baseball cap, which again, could be just shadowing, has no fucking eyes. I'm sober. Maybe I'm just no, I've had sleep. Don't look at it. Just don't look at him. I don't know. Like, whoever this is, don't look at this person. And so then when they got to my area, like right where my car is, which I've shown you guys in the videos before, like where my front yard is. Whoa, this is starting to blow heavy. Where the front yard of my car is. So he's like, it's like crunch, 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 stop. Crunch, 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 crunch. Silence. And then the guy's gone. Like, gone. There's no, they didn't plow over here. And I went and looked, okay? Because I'm like, no. Where'd the guy go? So then I thought maybe it was the neighbor's friend, and he just went to the house, right? And so I was like, okay. So I walked out this way and I looked at the snow to see where the footprints are. Because you can see his footprints and it stops right past my van. Like, since then, people have walked on it and I didn't get it on freaking video. But if this happens again, I'm getting it on video. But it stops at my van, and then there's nothing. There's not a trail this way. There's not a trail to my backyard, and there's not a trail to the neighbors. Like, there was just nothing. So either dude just, like, bleeped out of existence, or I'm missing something. You know what I mean? Like, I'm either, I don't know, maybe he, like, hopped to the street, because I didn't check the street part. I checked, like, the areas around where the footprints ended. You know, like, where's the next set? Because that doesn't make sense to me. I mean, the strides weren't that big to make it to be where, like, he can just, like, jump and I wouldn't see a guy hopping or realize this guy's hopping. You would have heard something. It doesn't make sense. And so I thought, okay, maybe I'm just tired. Maybe something's wrong. I'm okay. I'm just going to act like this is all or nothing and just throw it out as I'm tired. 3 hours later, now granted, I still haven't smoked weed because like I'm already thinking maybe this is like a side effect from smoking too much weed, is that now I just see people disappear. And so that freaked me out. Because my first initial thing isn't it's paranormal, isn't it's, you know, anything out of the ordinary. My first initial thing is either someone's breaking in, someone lives in my attic, there's something wrong with me, I'm crazy, maybe I'm the devil, I'm a witch. It's never like, oh, you know what I mean? Like there's other, it's just always, I always make it about myself, you know, or that something's out to get me. So I'm sitting here like, okay, don't smoke any more weed. You're done for weed. Like, done. You know, like I wasn't drinking. I was literally just sitting here eating rice and chicken, smoking a couple of cigarettes outside, drinking water, and that's it. Because I'm like, all right, screw all this. All right, I'm not doing this. Just in case anything, and I getting vitamins in me. Maybe it's like a vitamin deficiency. Maybe something else is going on with me. So, okay, 3 hours later, I kind of forgot about it. And I'm like, I even was joking with my husband. Like, apparently some dude was outside and he just disappeared. And I'm just so tired that I'm okay with that. And he's all like, yeah, maybe take a nap, like whatever. So I go outside to have a cigarette. This way. Coming this way are two people. Okay. Cool. They seem normal. They have normal eyes. They look like normal people. Cool. Everything's fine. I was just tripping. Not a big deal. Smoking a cigarette. Smoking a cigarette. They were coming up. Where the hell are they? When I walked outside, they were walking up my street. They looked normal. Yeah, one had a hoodie on, one had no hat on, which, oh my God, in the snow, good God, the guy had no hair and everything. He was just like, not no hair, but he was shaved in head, like really thin, you know what I mean? Like, so that you'd be cold. So I was kind of shocked that he didn't have a hat on, but I could see everything fine. They looked completely fucking normal. They're walking this way. They haven't even hit my block yet. You know what I mean? Like, because I can see all the way down my street, like pretty much once I open my front door. So I can see them coming down, like literally like two houses down to where they hit my little area corner. And then they have my neighbor's house and my house and the apartments next door. But they had 3 houses to go, but they were walking pretty decently. That by the time I sat down, lit my cigarette, and went like this, and took my first puff, I should be able to hear them continue to walk or start to be right in front of me. And so I look back, and they're not there. And so I'm like, well, maybe they turned the corner and I'm just tripping. No problem. And so I let that go. Even though technically, as I'm listening to them, as I'm opening my door, I'm watching them walk and hearing them talk. Even when you turn, you can hear my street right now because all the leaves have lost all their shit, because there's a lot of snow, because it's all like hollowed out. So it's very more amplified than normal. So you could hear people literally from like 2 blocks away having a conversation like they're right in front of you. And so you hear everything at this time of year in my neighborhood. And so for it to go from walking, and there's 2 sets of footprints, conversation is happening, to silence. And so I'm like, maybe they turned the corner. That's weird. I would have heard that. I would still be able to hear them. I don't hear anything. And so I was like, screw it. Like, I'm not going to care about this. I don't want to be bothered. I sit down again because I've now gotten up and kind of looked like, because this isn't right now. This is the second time I've witnessed or felt I have been a part of people not completing what they're starting. I mean, they started walking down the street and then they're not there anymore. So I'm like, oh my God, like, I smoked myself stupid. Like, it doesn't matter if I never smoke again. Like, I fucked myself. I smoked myself stupid. This is it. I gotta go to the doctor. I gotta figure this out. And as I'm sitting down and I'm freaking out now, like, oh my gosh, I think I'm crazy. The guy with the no hat is now walking this way, right in front of me, by himself, and he's laughing. And I'm like, how the fuck is that possible? Because literally, okay, I'm going to show you right now. I'm going to put a robe on because it's really, really cold outside. But I'm going to show you a little bit right now what I'm talking about, and then I'm going to end this video, and then we'll go do something for next week or whatever, or tomorrow. But yeah, day 10, sorry. And I know it's 27 minutes. I'm sorry. I'm a little shook. Okay, hold on. Okay, you're outside with me again. So what I'm going to show you is the locations that this happened. Okay? So it's been kind of difficult because I am not wearing snow boots, actually. Okay. Now, since then, the footprints people have walked a lot, okay? But when it first happened, so right around here is where it had stopped. And so from where I'm sitting right there to right here, I still can see you, I can still hear you. And then the second one was down the street, where literally it was just like right where that fire hydrant thingy is. And then they just disappeared. And then he came back. So this is a whole block. So literally, by the time I walk back here, let me show you what I did. Okay. So I'm hearing the second group walk up as I'm walking out the door, and I go, oh, cool. Right on. All right. I'm going to go sit down. I go sit down. This is what I do every time. Light my cigarette. That's how long it took. So a couple seconds, then they were gone. And I was like, huh, all right. Waiting. I could still hear him. Now I don't hear him at all. Weird. Hold on. I get up. I literally go like this, see nothing, and then go, all right. Sit back down. That didn't take very long. Now, dude is walking up. What the fuck? I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'm out. I gotta go back inside. I'm gonna pause the video now and go back inside. Okay, we're back inside, and I did the little holiday part to it because I'm trying to throw some holiday in there. But yeah, so literally, both times I'm like, what the heck is going on? Now there's weird stuff going on outside again. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? So I'm like, forget it. I'm just going to be done for the night. I'm going to sleep. I'm done. And so then the next morning, I was sitting there and I was thinking about it. And I was like, okay, maybe I can like ask a couple of neighbors, see what they thought, see what they heard anything. One neighbor did. One neighbor saw them walk this way. He said he went inside for a second to go get something to drink, came back out and they were gone. And he watched as the other one kind of just appeared around the corner, didn't see where he came from, laughing and coming towards my house. And I was like, you saw that? And he's like, yeah, did you see how he got around the block that fast? And I'm like, no, I have no idea. And he's like, and he was alone. And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, yeah, I saw that. I was like, so I'm not alone. And he's like, no, I was just thinking maybe I smoked too much weed. I'm like, dude, I was sober that night. And I was sober last night. Wait, really? Yeah. Oh shit. I'm like, yeah. So don't know what it was. Maybe it was the angle from the lighting from that one guy, and maybe the other guy, I don't know, maybe he cut it through an alleyway or something that I don't know exists because there's no alleyway in our house area, whatever, but maybe he cut through someone's yard. Maybe I don't know. I don't know how he got around. Maybe they got picked up by a car or something. Maybe they all got picked up by a car. I don't know what to say is happening. I'm just letting you know what I experienced. And what I experienced is one dude that had no eyes. Like, I even asked my neighbor about that one. He's like, I didn't see that guy. I'm like, dude had no eyes. And he's like, after what I saw last night, I can believe it. And I was like, for real? Like, I was like, maybe I'm tripping. So, and it's not like, just, there was nothing. It was just black. Sorry. So, and then also the second time with the two guys that ended up being into one guy that was really creepy, like, laughing like, are you okay? Like, and he looked like, what the fuck? Like, please, no, just no. So I don't know what the hell that was, or who that was, or what's going on, or what's happening. You know what I mean? I'm not saying it's aliens. I'm not saying it's the Illuminati, but it's aliens. It's the Illuminati. No, I'm just... But I'm just saying I don't know what it is, but weird stuff's been going on. I know that also, just people in general have a lot of weird stuff going on in like their own houses right now, probably because they're like me, and they are stuck at home right now. So let me know what you guys have going on down below. My question for the day is, what was wrong with the first dude? What was he missing? Answer, he had no freaking eyes. Like, legit, he had no freaking eyes. Sorry, I wanted to make sure I was, like, very clear. Now I'm like, oh, my eyes are all watery now. So, down below, had no eyes. But, oh my god, weird stuff's happening. So, I am now going to charge this phone, bring this wherever I go. I know we were doing their rules. Because of complications, we're going to kind of hold off on everything until I get further notice, because I'm just getting PTSD hearing about all this weird stuff that's going on. And, like, how it looked amazing, how it doesn't look amazing now, how it went from this format to not. Things got bigger, then smaller. Like, everything went way messed up. So, and I have now tried to buy the book. We bought the book. My mother bought the book, and she was able to see it. My husband bought it to gift to me because he had money on his Amazon, or his card was attached to his Amazon, and I don't know why he didn't want to just put his card on mine. I can kind of see that when I get PMS, I like to buy stuff. So yeah, understand why I don't have money. But I asked him to go ahead and send it to me to my account. I got my account. I have the thing. I'm supposed to open it, I think, in Kindle or something else. He looked at all this stuff. So we're gonna test out every, like, you buy it yourself, you buy it for a friend. We're even gonna test out the $9.99. You can get it for 30-day trial thing to see what it does, because he was interested in seeing what's all what. And then, but right now we can't even open it. Like, he sent it to me, he can't open it, I can't open it. He can't send a review. I'm gonna record this to show people. I think we're getting, like, I don't know what's happening. I can't do it. He can't do it. I can't read it. He can't read it. We can't even open it. We're going to figure it out, though. Once we do, we'll let you know. Once she figures out all the smart stuff behind this that I'm not able to figure out, because, no. Once she's got that figured out, or once my husband or my dad or her can help figure this out, we'll let you guys know. Until then, just go hang out at the site. You can go check out the videos on the site. Also, I am going to be contacting my friend Rachel. I am still not using her real name, even though we are friends again, just for privacy reasons. Because we're close. Like, I'm her godmother to her kids and stuff. So, privacy reasons, we're just gonna not say her name. But she has that video about the aliens, which I'm going to gather up as much evidence as I can. If you guys have any news clips that you've seen throughout the world, or if you have yourself, they're basically these, like, 6 light balls. It's like a big, it would be like considering like a huge flashlight in the sky. But the way they moved, the way that, like, it was like it was like in order, like in sequence. It was freaking weird. She's got the video of it. I've seen it. It's crazy, because it also is dead ass silent. Like, minus them tripping. Like, you've heard, like, my air vent. You hear planes outside. You hear cars. Not them. You just hear them talking. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you could hear in videos all kinds of different sounds. You know what I mean? You could hear cars. You could hear probably the freaking headphones playing the Christmas songs that I have playing right now. But what you don't hear that video is any kind of sound for any kind of aircraft. Any kind of sound for any kind of car. You just hear them freaking out, trying to Google what the hell this is. They're like, is it this? Is it the Navy? Is it, or not the Navy, the Air Force? Is it military? Is it, a plane? Is it a drone? Like, they're looking at everything else and then finally going, oh my gosh, like, they're saying they're seeing them all over the world. So we have videos of that, and I would like to gather more, because, I mean, I think if we have enough proof, we can figure out, like, or at least go to somebody and go, hey, we have enough evidence. Just let us know the truth already. What's up with the lights in the sky? Why are there balls up there? What's happening? Why are they moving like this? Why are these things like just out of thin air going away? What's really going on? So let's start gathering some evidence. So I'm going to go look up a lot of different news outlets to see where around the world. I'm going to look literally everywhere I can. Like, I'm going to look at every country I can find that will let me look at their news stuff. I haven't really researched stuff like this before, but I'm also asking for your guys' help, because, like I said, you guys are also a really cool key in the paranormal, being that you are able to have your own opinions, your own thoughts, your own feelings, your own knowledge on stuff. So I'm asking for my little 7 centians or whatever, or 7 centians. What's the word? Pick a word down below for what I can call everybody for the group. That would be really cute and cool. But But also, like, if you have any videos yourself, if you know of anything, I would love to know. Please go to the 7centspodcast.com. You can also email me at the 7 Cents Paranormal Podcast at gmail.com. Text me at 509-795-0414. And please like, comment, subscribe to both Their Rules and this channel right here. I love you all so much. And yeah, tonight was just some spooky stuff going around my house. I haven't picked up the cameras. I didn't want to freak anybody out. But I think now I kind of need to because something's going on. So I think with everybody and with what's happening around the world, schmenic-wise, schmyrus-wise, I think a lot of emotions and stuff is starting to really pick up more other stuff. I don't know. All I've noticed is stuff's popping off left, right, and center. So tomorrow, hopefully, we will figure out something for a video. I can't guarantee because of the weather what's happening with when I can get this alien video uploaded to YouTube. I'm going to see if I can have her maybe wire it to me somehow through the technology of the internet. And we're going to figure this out, man, because I want to dive into all this stuff. I want to find out what's awoken in the winter. Like, what does Bigfoot do in the winter? What's really going on up there? I know there's a storm coming right now, so I can't see anything. I don't even see stars. It's just all gray. You saw it out there. It's all gray. So I don't know, but I'm gonna start recording what's going on in my house because so far a dresser, a TV has moved. I've had some other knocks and bangs and stuff. Oh yeah. Also, one point somebody tried to jiggle my door handle last night. Like, jiggle my door handle for my front door. I was just sitting here like, no. I don't even want to acknowledge that I'm here. Like, don't even know what I'm dealing with at that point. So, I don't know. One, do you think there's somebody in my attic that's moving dressers around? Or do you think it's paranormal? Or do you think maybe something else could have happened? So put that also in the comments down below. But anyways, I know this is a longer video and it's a weirder video and I told you it's going to get weird. But I just wanted to share you guys a little bit of my experiences and I don't know, just stay safe, stay warm. I love you guys. Day 10 is, I believe, the millimeter prize. Or it's, I don't know, millimeter, I guess, or gift card. I don't know. We do have some people. I did find out that one of the people that we had was my husband that was in the comments. So some of the prizes are still available. Just go ahead and go to theirrules.com and become a member, or go ahead and message and comment down below here. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great night. Love you all. Bye.